Javier,
Hello, how are you?
hello. I'm good. Yourself?
I'm fine, thanks. Thank you so
Great,
much.
great. So, welcoming Javier Marco, the director of, I guess, it translates face to face, a short that was just released and has been winning awards. And so happy to have you here with Hollywood Times today, Javier. Thanks for joining us.
No, thank you so much for inviting me. I'm very happy.
Yes. So I'm super excited to talk to you about this, very gripping. I think it's about like 14 minutes of interaction between a woman that I guess she's some sort of public figure, and um, on the internet, this troll said all of these nasty things to her, and she actually manages to track him down and creates an awkward interaction. Um, what inspired you to make this movie, Javier? And was there a personal story behind the impetus of making this short film?
Well, there is no. Um, I mean, based on a true story, is not this short film. But it was in 2019 when the screenwriter Belén Sánchez Arevalo and I were all the time on the social media. We were realizing that all the time people were threatening, insulting people, and it was a lot of. It was a very aggressive way of behavior. So we wanted to say, I mean, it was very shocking for us, and we wanted to talk about it. And we know some actors and public figures here in Spain who quit the social media because of this. So it's not a true story, but many people can relate to this. Yeah.
Absolutely. So yeah, that sounds interesting because I think in America, this happens even today. If you go to Twitter, I mean, it's just a cesspool of people insulting. I'm somewhat public, so I get a lot of hate as well, but I just laugh it off. What's is what's your idea? And I think I may know the answer, but I want to hear it from you. What's your idea on the best way to deal with random strangers deciding to hate on you and making assumptions about you? Because I end up laughing at it. I say, well, they don't know anything about me, and then they're saying this. That kind of more reflects on them than it does on on me. But I laugh it off. But what do you think is the best remedy? Should everyone go and confront their Twitter trolls?
Well, I mean, I think your behavior is the good one because I mean, I think you can laugh at it, and I think it's the best solution because if you get into it, you're going to be very aggressive, and then you're going to go and confront him. But if the trolls knew how hurt can cause the other person, because for example, this Lina, the character in this short film, she's a journalist, a very famous one, and she lost her daughter, and because of suicide. So this guy, this troll, was laughing at her. So she says, "Okay, I'm done. I have to go to your place, and I'm not leaving the house until you tell me the same words you did on Twitter, but this time face to face." I mean, I don't think it's the best way to treat trolls, but I don't know the solution because you have to be free to say things, but some things you shouldn't say them. If you knew the damage you caused, I think you wouldn't do that. Yeah.
And I think that's what I admire about your film. I think it really showed just from a simple interaction, just how deep those words cut. Especially, Lena's, and you really captured the emotion of Lena. But I think what also struck me about the film was how you were able to capture the emotion of the troll, because he was taken aback. You could see he is actually not as nasty as he's coming off online. Almost he sees it as a joke, and he even said at one point, "I didn't mean the things I said. I really apologize." I mean, he was not at all sparing in his apologies. He was very remorseful about the stuff he said, and that was very interesting to me because I think you really showed really, I mean, your movie is so fitting, face to face. It Let's take the screens away and let's see how we would do that in real life. Are we that nasty, or do we hide behind the screen and we feel this invincibility where we can say what we want and do what we want with no recourse? So I think those are the parts that really kind of jumped out at me. It's great acting, great, a very simple story. So I wanted to ask you, Javier, do you have plans to, maybe take this as a basis for a feature length, or
Yeah.
are you okay?
Yes, yes, yes. We are working on our. I mean, we made a feature film called Josefina, which is
Mhm.
going to be screened in cinemas at the 5th of November. Um, and now we are working on the second feature film, which is going to be a la Cara, based on
On
this
the
short
short.
film. Yes, and the feature film is going to start with the short film. I mean, we are going to shoot it again, but it's more or less the same like as the short film. So the first 40 minutes is more or less the short film, and then we are going to focus on what's going to happen to both of them, not only the troll but also the woman.
Lena.
Because yes, because we think that this behavior has consequences, not only for her, of course, but also for the troll. I mean, his life is going to change a lot, and now he's going. I mean, he's not a very famous one. He's a troll. I mean, he's a normal guy, but now he's going to be famous because of this. So
Wow.
yeah, so that's what we like about the feature film, how the roles change. Because also Lina she's going to disappear because of the loss of her daughter, and she doesn't. I mean, she needs time to face the loss of her daughter. So yeah, I mean, but I think we have a very powerful characters, Pedro and Lina, and so it's, yeah, I mean, it's a drama, but also a little bit of a thriller also, but yeah, I mean, we're working on this. Yeah.
I'm excited. Oh my God. I was just saying, obviously, I guess that's what really a short is to really reel you into a bigger potential story. And I instantly saw two very interesting characters put in a situation that you just want to know the back end and the front end of that. So we're gonna see both in the feature, I'm
Yes,
guessing.
yes, both of
Wow.
them. And as you said before, we didn't want to say the troll is a mean guy, a bad guy. I mean, he has feelings also, and I mean, yeah, I mean, he was a normal guy, maybe a little bit alone. He feels lonely.
I can see.
Yes, and so I mean, he doesn't have any friends, so the only way to talk to somebody is through the social media. So he started doing some kind of bad things, and then many people likes the comments he says. So now he says, "Okay, I'm very good at insulting people," and but I think he didn't want to do it, but it was like he lost control, of
Yeah,
himself.
it was a runaway train, is what it was,
Yes.
you know.
Mhm.
And that's how bad habits develop. That's when people start chain smoking. It's, it just, they don't think twice about what they do and the effects, and they just do it.
Yes, yeah,
So
that's it.
that's beautiful. You're gonna capture that, and then the backstory of Lena's daughter passing, and I like the whole table turning aspect. That's pretty exciting to me because I think these days certain people have become memes. They've
Mm.
become they've gone viral for the wrong reasons. So I think you're gonna explore that. I'm sure in the movie,
Yes,
in the
yes,
feature
and
length.
it's a very actual thing. I mean, many people can relate to it,
Mhm.
and yeah, and hopefully someday we don't have to do this film. But in this moment, I think it's very necessary. And
Yeah.
yes, I mean, how can we stop this kind of behavior? Who knows? Yeah.
Yeah, I'd love to see what you express in that movie as a solution. So excited for that. Now let's move to actual, your activities in getting this film out there. And I know first of all you've won a bunch of awards, right, for this film. So can you brag a little about what you've racked up from this in the award circuit?
I mean, I think the short film has been screened in 90 film festivals,
Wow.
more or less. And we won, I mean, the short film won 50 awards. Well, 55, I think, more or less.
Wow.
But I mean, we are really happy with how it's going. The short film is, I mean, in the festival run, we won two Oscar qualifying festivals like the Goya Awards in Spain and Cine Lebu in Chile. So now we can send to the Oscars. So we are really happy because I mean now the people from the Academy, they are going to watch the film. So I mean we are very excited. I mean we know it's going to be very difficult to be in the shortlist, but who knows? I mean we want to dream, and but I mean but we are happy only with the people from the Academy watch the film and hopefully they like it. and and also I think it will be great for our feature film because many people will know about this short film, and then maybe for the feature film we will have more visibility. Yeah.
That's exciting. Yeah, your this short is basically a calling card for your bigger film for the feature length, and it's also taken a life of its own. Wow, 55 awards! Congratulations.
Thank you.
And
Thanks.
um, are you doing any more promotion for this? Are you going to other film festivals around the world to get this out there, or are you just going back into retreating back to your craft and focusing the next, the near future to getting the feature length done?
Uh, well, we are also continue sending to more film festivals,
Mhm.
and but also we are in the festival run with our first feature film. So now we are traveling a lot, so
Mhm.
it's great. And also we have a production company for the feature film. We already have them on board, so it's great news because we are going to start now with the pre-production, and hopefully in 1 or 2 years we can shoot it. But yeah, I think the festivals are the best things for the films because they.
Mhm.
I mean, you can do a lot of networking. Many producers can watch your films and say, "Oh, I want to work with you." So, and that's what happened with A La Cara. The
Mhm.
producer watched the short film and said, "I want to work with you."
Mhm.
So yeah, we are very. I mean, it's a privilege to be there. Yeah.
That's great. And tell us a little bit about, is it Costa Fina, the feature length that you are doing the
Yeah.
circuits with? Tell us a little bit about that film and what we can expect from it.
I mean, this feature film started in 2015, and when we started with the screenwriting, and we started in April and May this year, and it was premiered in San Sebastian Film Festival at the new directors competitive section. and it was great because it was the first time that we watched it with the audience, and so it was great. I mean, it's one of the best festivals here in Spain, and it was incredible. And now we are, I mean, next week we are going to three more festivals here in Spain, and now we are going to travel a lot. And and Josefina is a drama with a little bit of comedy, and it's about two lonely people and how they meet each other, and they have a very, how do you say, I mean, they have a life with no sense, but I mean, both of them. But when they met, it's like some kind of magic appear, and they started to know to live better, with the
Mm,
help of each other. Yeah.
that's wonderful. So it's a drama comedy. Is it a love story? Are these two people an
Yes.
item? Okay, wonderful.
Yes. It's
Great.
a drama and a love story. I mean, it's a love story between two people in their 50s. I
Oh,
mean, they are
wow.
50, so it's like a second loves, second, so yeah, that's what we like about the story, and how life can treat you very bad, but someday something is going to happen, and that is going to change everything.
Wow. So what inspired that story, Javier? Is that personal? I mean, I don't think you're 50. You
No,
look a lot
no,
younger.
no, not really, not yet. But no, it was not inspiring true stories. But I mean, the screenwriter Belén Sánchez Arevalo and I were on a bus, and
Mhm.
because we were going to some friend's house, and many people was on the bus, and we saw that all of them went to a prison here in Madrid. So it was a lot of shocking for us, and we saw one woman who was very like very sad. It was like she doesn't know. I mean, she was like this, looking to the ground, and it was very what happened to that woman, and that's how the character started. So because it's a love story that happens in a prison. So
Oh, very interesting. Okay.
mhm.
And obviously one person is not in prison, right? Is the woman?
Yes, she's going to visit her son, and the story. I mean, the love story is between this woman and a prison officer who has her son inside jail. So it's like
Oh,
the bad guy. So
wow. That is a fascinating dynamic. Okay.
yes, yeah, yeah. So, but so he's going to lie to her. I mean, he's not going to say the truth. He's not going to
Mhm.
say he's a prison officer, but at the end, she's going to figure out, and now the
And that
problem
will
is
cause
going.
tension and all of that.
Yes.
Oh, wow, what interesting story. Now, Javier, where can we catch Josefina? Is that something that's available for, say, us in the US here, we could watch, or is it on any streaming networks?
Not yet. I mean, we are going to screen in cinemas in 1 month,
Mhm.
and but I don't know if it's going to be on Netflix or. I mean, not yet.
Mhm.
But hopefully someday on the
Will you
platform it will
have
be.
a screening in Los Angeles area, or?
Not sure. I mean, I don't know. Maybe,
Mhm.
but hopefully we will. But or well, I can give you a private link also if you want to watch
I
it.
would love to. Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would love to
Right.
check it out. But
Okay.
and hope that we're able to get distribution for that here in the US, because I think you got a great market here. Speaking of Spanish film, tell me a little more about, you know, um I encounter a lot of different, different foreign films, which are my favorite. I remember back in the day, my favorite movie, about 20 years ago, God, time flies, was a movie called Maria Full of Grace. And I don't know if
Oh
you've
yeah.
seen the movie.
Yes, yes. Very good
Yeah,
one.
about
Yeah.
the drug transportation through mules. I mean, that
Yes.
was just really powerful. But I think there is a hunger for, foreign film with a substance. And where do you see Spanish film specifically in the diaspora of, all global audiences? And besides the film festivals, are there other things that you're doing to promote, specifically films from your country?
That's a good question because I would love to be distributed in the US, but the thing is, I mean, we don't know yet if it's going to be possible. I know that if you have the chance to go to one platform, then you're going to get the possibility to watch the film. No? But I don't know if it's going to be the case. And but yeah, apart from the film festivals, I mean, it's going to be difficult, I think, and it's a pity because I mean now we have subtitles, we can understand the films, and there are so many good stories from all over the world. So, but I think we need a platform or something like that because otherwise I mean, our feature film is not very. I mean, it's low budget, so we don't have a lot of money for the distribution and promotion. So that's why maybe it's not going to distribute in the US unless we go to Sundance or another film festival that hopefully we can have the chance to go, because this film maybe is kind of a Sundance mood. So hopefully they can like it, and if they do, maybe then they will have the chance to get a distribution in the US.
Makes sense. Because I would think that a market like Miami, where there's a huge Spanish speaking population, in fact, that is probably the primary language in South Florida, would be a
Yes.
great place to start, right? And not too far from you in terms of a shorter flight than, say, trying to get all the way to Los Angeles, or Sundance is what, in Colorado. Yeah, so that's a long ways. Is there anything there that you can engage in to, promote the great work you're doing?
Well, the thing is that now that you say Miami, I think there's a film festival in Miami.
Yeah.
But if you have a Spanish film, then you can go there. I mean, you have to be selected, but there's a film festival there for Spanish films. So I think we are going to send the film there. So yes, I mean you're right. In Miami, it's very. I mean, I think we have to do it. Yeah. But yeah, I love movies from the US. For example, A24, the production company and distribution company, I love the films that they make, and because they make independent films, and that's the films I enjoy the most. And as an audience, but also as a creator, I like to make independent films. Yeah.
Oh yes, my heart is watching independent films, so that is wonderful. Now, let's move on to what makes you unique as an independent filmmaker. And I know, you're a young filmmaker, up and coming. We basically have, two released, Cosa Fina and A la Cara, right? So tell us a little bit about how you want the world to see you, and what are the unique qualities of a filmmaker in your films that make you stand out from the rest.
Wow, that's a difficult one. I don't know what to say. I mean, I like films or stories that you can relate to them as a human being. I mean,
Mhm.
when they talk about, I mean, I don't know, poverty or social issues. I mean, I like them very much because I think cinema can, I mean, it should talk about social issues because it's very important thing, you know, and with the cinema you can do it. So we cannot lose the opportunity to do it. So I'm engaged to this kind of stories, the stories
Mhm.
that you can relate, can touch your heart. And yeah, I mean, the stories I like the most are dramas. But also if it has a little bit of comedy, it's okay also.
Mhm.
It's like life, you know. Sometimes you
Yeah.
laugh, sometimes you cry. So when you have the both things, I think it's a very good thing. I mean, it's not very difficult. I mean, it's not very easy to do it, to mix drama and comedy,
Yes.
but when you do it well, it's like wow. I mean, you did it. So I
It's
really
a balancing act. I mean, I can't speak for Cosafina, but from the short from Cara that I saw that you were masterful about capturing emotion and the timing and the mood that
mm,
was all. I know how much meticulousness went into creating that and editing that and making the final product. So I applaud you for that, and I'm very excited to see Cosafina too. So you know uh and just to see your career flourish. So make sure you stay in touch with me, and let's keep doing the great work. But
I think.
anything else you want to tell our Hollywood Times audience, Javier? And any shameless plugs you want to do, you're more than welcome. The floor is yours.
Well, thank you. No, just say thank you so much for this interview. I mean, it's an honor. I mean, it's sorry for my English because it's not very well,
Oh, your
not very
English is
good.
amazing, by the way. I
But
wanted to say.
no. I mean, sorry for that. I mean, but it's great that. I mean, thank you for make it. I mean, visible for the surfing because many people will see the interview and they will know about the surfing. So thank you so much for everything, and I really appreciate it. And yes, I mean, let's stay in touch. I can
Yeah.
send you my feature film
Yes,
or
please. I will watch it,
or
and I'll integrate
or
it into this write up. Now, Javier, where can we find you? Are you on Instagram? Are you on, do you have a website? Give us your
yes,
links and everything, and
yes,
we'll make sure to stay in touch with you.
yes, I'm sending here my email
Hmm.
and also Instagram.
Yeah, it's popping
Uh,
up on the screen for us, so I like that. Yeah. So
yeah, yeah, this is my Instagram and Twitter. I can give you if you want.
Javier
Uh,
Marco Rico. That's
yeah,
not.
that's me.
Yeah, Javier Marco Rico.
Yes, we have two surnames here in
And then
Spain.
for Twitter, it's Javier underscore Marco.
Yes.
Javier underscore Marco. So we'll follow you there,
Okay.
um and stay in touch with you. Thank you so much, Javier, for taking the time.
No, thank you so much and take care.
And we'll be in touch. Okay. Take care. Thank
Okay,
you.
you
Bye
too.
bye.
Thank you. Bye. Bye. Thank you.